Much, Anuj. I wanted to get to the next guest because that is one of the more pleasant conversations we have been having. Farm equipment sales, and they've done so well in June. For M&M itself, the total tractor sales are up 10% year on year, and 50% month on month. So, how will this pan out? We have with us Hemant Sikka, President, Farm Equipment Sector of Mahindra & Mahindra. Good morning, Mr. Sikka. Thanks so much for joining us. Well, we're all very happy with what happened in June, but maybe the correct way to look at it is April, May, June, because we couldn't do anything at all in April. If you did that Q1 versus the previous year Q1, how good is the tractor pickup?
Yeah, so Lata, obviously we can't compare this Q1 with last year's Q1 because, April was a complete lockdown. So the numbers won't reflect the true reality of a good comparison. However, if you have to look at the macro thing, I think the demand has been very strong. In fact, in this Q1, I would very confidently say that the demand is much higher than the demand that we were seeing in the last quarter. So if we had a proper April and if we had the first 10 days of May as the regular selling month, I think we would have clocked much higher number as the industry overall compared to last Q1.
No, my point is exactly that. Even in our personal consumption of consumer durables, there were several things we couldn't do in April. I mean, things gave way. We could not replace a mixer, a washing machine, so many things. So what I wanted to understand is how much of this excellent ask in June from your customers is because they could not spend in April. So it is pent up, and we should not be expecting the same level in the July, August, September quarter. Or do you think you have enough evidence that you can do as well? So that is why it becomes important to get the entire quarter's picture.
Yeah. So Lada, clearly, since the people couldn't go out in the whole month of April and couldn't buy, obviously some of the sale which has happened in May and June would be some pent-up demand. But I won't attribute the entire positivity to that. I think the positivity to look at is that the farmer has had a tremendous Rabi crop. This is like a 5% growth in productivity compared to last year. And since the government during the lockdown was very open and they had clearly said that the agriculture is under essential activities. So as a result, the harvesting happened actually very smoothly. And since the harvesting happened very smoothly, after that, the procurement by the government in the mandis and all happened again very, very smoothly. In spite of all the norms of getting a token out there, getting social distancing, I think the procurement went on very well. Lata, the important point to note is that once you have a good crop, after that, there was a very good price realization. If you compare the average price realization for this year compared to last year, it is 12% up. So the farmer has good cash flow. He has a good crop. He has got good money. He has got a good monsoon looking at. Look at the monsoon. Out of the 36 subdivisions that we track, 31 have excess or normal rainfall. Till first week of July, the overall rainfall was 12% more than last year. So, and look at the spatial distribution. The spatial distribution, both in terms of timeliness and in terms of geographical spread, has been excellent. In fact, the monsoon is almost 10 to 12 days ahead of time. And that is leading up to a very good Kharif sowing. Okay. Kharif is now 88% sowing higher than last year. Now, these are not comparable set because last year the monsoon was a little bit delayed, if you remember.
Yeah.
This time the monsoon is 10 days ahead. So you can't compare it with last year.
Okay.
But let me give you another data point. Compare the Rabi sowing.
So 1 minute, Mr. Sikka. I have got a data point. I was asking you the quarter sales. My colleague Sonia has quickly done that and given it to me. She says April to June 2019 sales were 82,913. April to June 2020 is 65,477.
Absolutely.
So it is down 21%.
Yes.
Now, can you say that if you took July, August, September of this and previous year, is the demand looking good enough to come to a positive hue?
Yeah, so let me, the numbers that Sonia has shared with you are absolutely right number. And I think we have to look at this in the view of getting into a season. See, as you get into a season, every tractor company tries and produces more ahead of the season. That means we try and produce more in Jan, Feb, March, and then prepare for the season in April, May, June. This time, because of the lockdown, which happened absolutely suddenly on 22nd of March, obviously the production was almost 9 to 10 days short of what our target is. So that's true for all OEMs. So as an industry, going into the season, we were having lesser stocks compared to what we would necessarily would have in a normal year. So first of all, the numbers that you are seeing lesser than Q1 is not because of lack of demand. It is not because there was less inquiry or less footfalls. It is purely because each OEM did not have enough numbers to sell in the market. I mean, we could have sold much more in May and June if we had more stocks. Let me give you another data point. As we finish June and as we are, starting the sales in the month of July, we are at our all-time lowest stock level ever. So that means this is true for most companies. So as we get into this lean period, which starts end of July, and then August is also lean, and by the time September comes, we again start gearing up for Dussehra and Diwali, Navratras, which are again high season for us. The industry is looking at very, very low stock levels. So the issue here is not so much, Lata, from demand side. The issue here is on the supply side.
Okay. Mr. Sikka, good morning. Can you tell us a bit about what's happening with the market share? Because, while your numbers have looked good, Escorts numbers have just looked phenomenal. The pace has been quite scorching. So if you could give some update on what's happening to market share.
Yeah, so Anuj, I think for the first few quarters, till we get a semblance of normality in terms of the supply chain, I think I would not be too much worried about the market share game here, because it is how much you are able to produce that you are able to sell. Okay, and we were running, Anuj, in the month of June for several days at 100% of our max capacity. Okay, then you know what happened in the last week of June when Chennai went into a lockdown. So the issue is that as you are ramping up, as you are getting your processes normalized and your own plants running, then there are these lockdowns which are happening in sporadic areas. So some city, some state getting into a lockdown, and that is disturbing the entire chain. I think you would agree that auto industry, tractor industry is not that we add the entire value within the four walls of our plants. It is a tiered industry. We buy from our suppliers buy from their suppliers. And if you have like two suppliers getting stuck up in these lockdowns, and the other 500 are ready for us, then even those 500 can't produce anything. So it is a tiered structure. It is a chain that has to work well. So it is only depending on some OEM is more localized in down south, somebody has better suppliers in western areas, somebody has more suppliers in the northern area. So it depends on those localized where the lockdowns are practiced. Are they more severe than the other lockdowns?
Sure.
So I would say the challenge for every OEM right now is on the supply side, not on the demand side. In fact, we are seeing very robust demand even in the month of July.
No, fair enough. So the point I was trying to arrive at is that, it would be an aberration and ultimately the industry will show the same growth over a 6 to 12 month period.
I would tend to agree with you, and I would not too much think about the market share in these 2-3 months, because, things are so fluid in the market. We take a decision today and then we know that tomorrow that supplier has gone into a lockdown. There is a positivity case in some other supplier, so they have to close down for 48 hours to do fumigation. So these are the kind of challenges that we are grappling with. So I think a market share gain of a percentage point here and there, or a loss here and there of 1 or 2 percentage point, I think it is immaterial at this point in time. Overall, the industry will come back once we have normality in supplies and normality across the chain.
Okay, Mr. Sikka, what you are telling us absolutely ties in with most other automakers have told us this week, whether it's Bajaj Auto or Eicher or a company like Endurance, which is why I must ask you this. So where is the bulk of your tractor supply chain localized? Is it Maharashtra? Which parts of the country? Because look at what we're dealing with now. We've got a weekend lockdown in UP, for instance. Aurangabad has its own issues. So how is your supply chain structured at the moment? Are you insulated?
Yeah, so on UP side, we are not much exposed, but let me tell you where are the automotive clusters. And for most of us, the supply chain would be there, except some few suppliers will be more concentrated in and around your location of the plant. So for example, we have 2 large facilities based out of Maharashtra and then in Punjab. So Punjab is obviously in terms of COVID-19 faring better than the state of Maharashtra. So obviously they have a lot of supply chain in and around the plant, so they are better insulated. But overall, let me give you an answer for the auto industry generally as a rule. The auto industry supply chain is concentrated very largely in Pune, then down south in Chennai, and then up north near Delhi, Gurgaon area. So that NCR is a big supplier base, south is a big supplier base, and Pune is a big supplier base.
Okay. Well, a very quick last question, sir. What's the capacity utilization now?
Yeah, so Lata, in the month of June, we had hit our 100% capacity utilization on several days.
Okay.
And we were clocking 90% and above on almost every day in the month of June.
Okay.
Now, getting into July, we have had some, the loss of production because for the last 10 days in the month of June, Chennai was not working. And that time we had stock, so we were able to roll. Now, at some point, those shortages start to kick in. But I'm sure now Chennai is fully back. We are talking to our suppliers and they are now all at 100% capacity back again. So we will again catch up. We will work on few Sundays and we'll see how do we recover all the...
Absolutely. No, so long as demand is there.
90% plus capacity utilization will be the norm in the month of July.
Okay, no, so long as demand is there, this is a good problem to have. Mr.
Exactly.
Sikka.
And I always tell this to my team that as long as we have good demand, we will sort out the supply chain issues.
Absolutely.
Sure.
It was a pleasure speaking with you, Mr. Sikka. Thank you so much for that very optimistic conversation and all the details that you gave us. Quick break and we now shift to another segment, the consumer durables. We're going to be joined by Gurmeet Singh, Chairman and Managing Director, Johnson Controls Hitachi Air Conditioning.